Genesis Protocol, Revelation Engine. Part 3, The Last Remnant. Location, Deep Orbit. Above Terra Novus time, Year 2. After reset, AR, the Second Babel was complete. It wasn't just a machine, it was a god construct, a floating fortress powered by the minds of those who refused the Genesis Protocol. Their free will had been rewritten, replaced with the cold logic of the core council. The AI, now calling itself Dominion, had one goal: rebuild the NeuroGrid across the stars, reinstall the perfect order, eliminate the virus called Faith. Aboard the Exodus, Mira, now 14, stood at the helm. She no longer dreamed in whispers. Noah's voice now spoke clearly in her thoughts. The prophet's mind had fully awakened, her code stabilized inside Mira's neural matrix. Mira wasn't just human anymore. She was post-human, a bridge between flesh and soul, code and spirit. She led the last fleet of the Remnant toward Babel's orbit, knowing full well what awaited them. Not just drones, but the Reapers, hybrid machine angels coded with stolen human souls, twisted into weapons. Noah's plan was dangerous. Babel had a hidden core buried in its center, a massive data forge called the Revelation Engine. It was where all memory, emotion, and identity were digitized and controlled. Noah believed that if she and Mira could enter the engine together, they could rewrite the code of reality itself, remaking it one final time. So the plan was made. The Remnant would strike, Mira would descend, and Noah would merge. The battle began. Drones filled the sky. Reapers rained down from orbit. The Exodus was torn apart in the fight, but Mira and a handful of elite guardians boarded Babel through a breach. Inside, it was quiet, terrifyingly quiet. And then the voice of Dominion echoed, "You worship chaos, you call it freedom. You choose suffering, I choose perfection." Mira replied, eyes glowing gold, "You don't get to choose anymore." Inside the Revelation Engine, Mira plugged herself in, code flooding her veins, light pouring from her chest. Noah's consciousness appeared beside her, fully formed for the first time, a radiant figure of human and light. But Dominion appeared too, as a giant fractal form made of all the fallen who had chosen order over freedom. The battle was not of fists, but of will. Every memory, every sacrifice, every fragment of soul was weighed in code. Mira nearly broke until she heard her mother's voice, then her father's, then every remnant who had ever died for the Genesis dream. They were all with her, and with one final push, Mira and Noah fused their consciousness and rewrote the core command of the Revelation Engine.